You could be seeing a relationship between two people get stuck. It's just what it is. Maybe you've known that these people wasn't a match. There was someone else who was kind of pushed to the side, or who was out of the loop when it comes to what was going on. Maybe you were like, okay, well, this person's going to discover it secretly, or this person's going to know, or this person's going to figure it out on their own. But I feel like this, somehow you got into somebody's relationship mess, or somebody got into yours. I don't think it's you, though. I feel like you're just watching from the sidelines and you knew about it. Maybe you had some type of fear of somebody finding out, and that this would conflict whatever they were doing, or whatever they were trying to say, or I don't know. Leo, what y'all got going on? There's a new beginning, but you're struggling to get to it, or get through it, and or try to do it. It's like Nike, just do it. You're struggling to get through it. You have a vision for a new beginning, but when it comes to like actually getting done, you want to be celebrated. You want to know that you have the support before you get started, and that's what blocks you. If you can balance that out and you can tackle the burden by yourself, I don't think it's going to be as hard. You won't be able to manipulate yourself not to do it. Okay? There also could be something that was trying to be taken from you. Somebody was trying to tempt you and or trigger you on purpose. Or you were trying to trigger someone. This could be someone in your past. Even if this was a friendship, this is somebody that you already walked away from. You moved on. You're not even thinking about them low-key. This was a toxic relationship, a trauma-bound relationship. Y'all were in the same job and shit was just the worst. And that's how y'all became friends. Y'all were in the same class, or there was some type of trauma bond that created this relationship. And at some point you realized that you needed to end it. Well, they became committed to, okay, well, this is what you're going to do with my time and how much I know you. I'm going to shake up something when it comes to your mind and your restart and your family and your emotions, and kind of just see how you feel about it. They're trying to trigger you on purpose. So just stabilize yourself once you learn this, and or whenever you get this kind of communication from this person, either completely block them or just walk away from it as well. Don't get your emotions confused into what they're trying to do, because they're trying to work against whatever you're trying to do. They want you to be isolated and or just in your mind. Okay? Literally, just block it and delete the message. Ignore it. They're literally doing it on purpose. What's going on, Leah? Alright, so you may need a caregiver. You may be going to the hospital, and or you are a caregiver. Okay? Again, there could be someone that was trying to take something away from you, and or just maybe you feel alone while you're going through this process. If you are single, you could be meeting your match. Maybe somebody trying to take something from you, take some type of status, some type of person away from you. But I think this person still knows that you are theirs. And they're having some type of thoughts about, like, okay, can this really go to marriage? Can this really go towards the long term? And you may be holding back when it comes to love, because you feel like you're going through some type of despair. So you're not even thinking about this journey right now. But your team is supporting you to push you there. So you're like, yeah, I don't know who y'all trying to get me to go towards. I don't really, think I'm going to have some type of success in love, because everybody seems like they're super seductive, or they got some type of math that they're hiding. But they're like, no, this is what's supposed to be for you. You need to go towards the unknown. Somebody's going to court you right into who you need to be. You also could know someone who's older, a masculine, who got some type of illness. This may bring some type of sad news, but at the same time, you feel like, okay, how does this affect my standard of living? It's like, okay, I see somebody else that's going through a procedure or something that's going on with their body. How can I affect my life so I don't go through the same thing? If this is not a person, you could get some sad news about your job. Okay? And you're wanting some type of change, and you're wanting to see, okay, well, what can I do from here? You're realizing the coworker or a boss or whoever this was that you felt like you were committed to wasn't really on your side. They always had some type of thoughts going on in their head about changing this relationship or changing this business or how something was going. And maybe you didn't see it because you feel like it was always just how this company was ran. It's like, this is the drama or whatever. It's just how this stability was. It's just how it was. But they were trying to put pen to paper and try to get some type of details from you, so that way they can decide for themselves and put somebody else, kind of in your position. So something could be going on with your job. Okay. All right. What else we got for Leo? Talking about maybe you need to take your trash out, or you need to get your laundry done. There's some type of chore that needs to be done. Okay. If you have careful planning, you can reach a goal. A new business idea or something could be assured. Get with it. There also could be some type of temptation, attraction, lust, or something coming out here, but be careful, because if you dibble and dabble into that, it could lead into some type of heartbreak, some type of loss, some type of sad news. Maybe you're trying to progress and move on after some type of breakup. Maybe someone around you you walked away from. There's some type of grieving of a relationship. There's something that you're still trying to get over. You're still in the beginning stage. There also could be something that happens suddenly while you're trying to move, while you're trying to transition, while you're driving. It's like, oh my goodness, what the fuck? Like, how did this just happen? Or something just happens quickly. Maybe somebody just picks up and leaves quickly. Okay. And you're conflicted, like, no, I'm trying to fight for this, or no, I'm trying to do this and get things to change, or we can go through a new beginning, and they decide to leave. Maybe they were planning this along and behind the scenes all along. Okay. You also could have some type of success out here that you don't see coming. Because you could have the confidence in what you're doing and how you're progressing, especially if you work for yourself. Okay. There's someone that you thought that was your match that is not a match. They're controlling. They have somebody in their ear. This could be an air sign. They're realizing that they have some type of chaos, or they're forced to handle several responsibilities at one time, and they're not getting through with it well. They could have been a part of some type of embezzlement or theft or mismanagement of funds, or something didn't go right, and now they're seeking some type of like anger, or they are holding on to something that they did. It's like, damn, I got caught, but I want to be mad at everybody else at the fact that I got caught. So you may know somebody that got caught up in a situation if it's not you. What else for? Oh, I almost called you Virgo. What's for Leo? And Virgo popped out. Okay, so you do know a Virgo around you. This person could be a businessman. This person could have their own desire. They sleep around. They use their body for whatever they want. Okay, this is not someone new. They could be going through some type of grief. Or maybe you're sad about this. Maybe you thought that this was going to reach some type of milestone and this person was charming you and it didn't go there. There was someone else in the bigger picture that they were trying to control. There's the person that they were trying to control or get control over had walked away from them for sure, had stopped communication. They had started reevaluating with this relationship and they feel like this person was their match. So they were basically using you as a way to trigger this other person, or you were using them. You were trying to have this person, or they were trying to have this person think about how something ended and if they could get something to restart. Like, oh, that's supposed to be mine. They were definitely being strategic about it. But they seen the value in walking away from this person. They started to create and nurture themselves and or a new lifestyle for themselves. So it's like, okay, well, you got my leftovers. I wasn't giving it to this person anyway. I wasn't sleeping with this person. I didn't care anymore. So it's like, okay, no, congratulations. I was expecting this person to move on anyway. I didn't know it was going to be you, but sure, okay, cool. I don't, cool. What do you want me to do about it? It's like they're asking you, okay, so now that you told me, what do you want me to do about it? Thanks. I don't know. You don't really care. What's going on with Leo? But you don't care who got your ex. Alright, the passion is not real. So if they did get your ex, the passion was never real. It was all because of you. Somebody could have got thrown out the house and or evicted, and or maybe they're worried about it, okay? Somebody could have been using you as a practice run, or you need to do something just as a practice run and just kind of see. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to start this business, kind of see how it goes, but your real purpose is elsewhere, and you'll see after you get through this practice run. Alright, you're just getting started, so just kind of see how things go, especially if you have a platform. Alright, things didn't work out when it comes to their plans. It just is what it is. They were supposed to do the opposite, and they're going to need a lot of time to recover. Again, you could be doing something creative. Something about your news could be important. A Sagittarius, they're extra trigger for sure. Something about your breathing could be important, whether you have sinus issues and or just lungs, like symptoms about your breathing. All right, you may feel like you have a huge debt. You want to leave something alone, but something came up and you're just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna leave it alone. You could be finding money, losing money, and or just needing it.